Hello guys, welcome to Prominent Education. This is part 2 video of our subject narration. In part 1 video we have discussed some basic rules, some very basic rules to change direct speech into indirect speech. I hope you guys liked that video. In this video we will discuss some very advanced rules to change direct speech into indirect speech. So let's start. Assertive sentences. Assertive sentences are simple sentences which gives you positive meaning. Now rules. The rules is similar. Remove comma and inverted comma and put that conjunction in between them. As you can see the example, Raju says I live in Delhi is changed into Raju says that he lives in Delhi. Why we are not changing tense? Here is a question mark. So let me tell you, whenever you're reporting verb, as I told you, whatever written outside inverted comma is known as your reporting verb, and whatever written inside inverted comma is known as your reported speech. So whenever reporting verb is in simple present or simple future, do not change the tense of your reported speech. That's why there is no change in tense taking place. As you can see the example, the only change is taking place is pronoun would always change, and comma and inverted comma would be removed. Now say and said remains unchanged in indirect speech. Okay, now but when we put two conjunction, suppose we say to and said to, then these are changed into tell to and told to respectively. The rule that I have already told you. Now look at the example. He says I like tea. He says that he likes tea. The same thing is happening. The he says is in present simple tense. That's why we are not changing the tense of your reported speech. Now if the reporting verb is in past tense but reported speech is a universal truth, habitual action, historical fact, then also we do not change the tense of your reported speech. As you can see the example, teacher said sun rises in the east. So it would change into teacher said that sun rises in the east. Similarly, if there is a habitual actions that I walk 5 kilometers daily, then this is your habitual action. If a sentence is given in your direct speech like this, then also no change in tense would take place. Now interrogative sentences. What are the rules? Said to is changed into asked, question, inquired. I just want to tell you one thing, whatever rules you are going to study are not binding. What does it means that you will have to always look through the options given. The reporting verb which is said to is changed into asked, question, inquired. It would be according to your options. Said to will change into asked sometime, it would be changed into question sometime, it would be changed into inquired sometime. Now question mark is removed and full stop is put. Why? Because when someone asks you a question and when you say that he is asking that question, so this sentence, why saying this, the sentence is no longer remains in a interrogative sentences. It does not represent an interrogative sentence, but it becomes an assertive sentence. That's why we'll have to remove question mark. And since the sentence is no more question mark, so helping verb comes after the subject. This is very important rule. Most of the aspirants do mistakes here. They put helping verb before the subject. You will have to look at it. Now questions. Now questions are asked with the help of helping verb or with the use of WH family. What are WH family? When, who, These are your WH families. By with the help of them you can ask a question. So now if there is no WH family but still there is a question, so the question would be asked by putting helping verb before the subject. So what would actually do, you will put if or whether in the sentence. When we will discuss example, then these things would be clear. No conjunction is used. Very important rule. Most of the students commit mistake here. Do not put that conjunction when before WH family. Now suppose there is a question, and do you play football, and if I say yes, so this is what the next rule tells you about. Suppose there are some questions which you can answer in yes or no, so whenever there is an answer in yes, it changes into answered in affirmative, and when there is a question, when there is an answer in no, answered in negative is used. When you see the example, things will getting clear. Now you can see the example. He said to me, do you like football? This changes into he asked me if I liked football. Like change into liked, and we used if there. Okay. Now next is he said to me, can you come in dinner? And I said yes. These are two direct speech sentences, and you will have to change both of them individually into indirect speeches. Now look how they are changed. So first sentence, he said to me, can you come in dinner, change it into he asked me if I could come in dinner. Can changed into could, and there is no WH family, you can spot there, that's why we are putting if there. Now the next thing is I said yes. This changes into I answered in affirmative. Take special care when you do such kind of questions. Now obligatory sentences. Whenever there are some obligations that you will have to follow, then these sentences are known as your obligatory sentences. Now teacher said to me, sit down. This is converted into teacher ordered me to sit down. Said to is changed into order. Now look at the rules. Said to is changed into order. Respected, forbade, suggested, demanded. These are according to the option. You will have to look at the options before changing said to. Okay. To is followed by V1. To is followed by V1. This is known as your infinite form that we would discuss later. Remaining rules remains the same, means the tenses and pronouns would be changed as according to your previous rules. Now examples you can see. Father said to son, bring a glass of water. Now father is telling someone to son, it means he is ordering his son. This is changed into father ordered son to bring a glass of water. Now after to we are using bring, which is in V1 form. Next sentence is Dinesh said to Raju, help poor. This is changed into Dinesh suggested Raju to help poor. Now Dinesh and Raju are friends, so Dinesh cannot order Raju something, he can only suggest Raju. That's why we are using Dinesh suggested Raju to help poor. Now we will deal with exclamation sentences. He said, first look at the example. He said, wow, what a lovely scene. This is changed into he exclaimed with joy that it was a lovely scene. Now he exclaimed with joy is analogous to your why. Wow. What is wow in direct speech is similar to exclaimed with joy in your indirect speech. Now rules. Conjunction that replaces comma and inverted comma, this is our previous rule. Now changes in tense and pronouns takes place accordingly. Now we will look at some expression and we will look how they are changed. Alas changed into exclaimed with sorrow. Hooray changed into exclaimed with joy. Fie changed into exclaimed with disgust, and wow changed into exclaimed with joy. O changed into exclaimed with surprise. If you guys know the explanation of this expression, then it's okay. If you don't know, then it is also okay, because what actually happens after the exclamation, whatever the sentence given in direct speech, you can easily identify the mood of the sentence, and you can easily say what the sentence is exclamating. Like if I want to give you an example, hooray, we won the match. So now if you don't know the meaning of hooray, but you know the meaning of we won the match, so we won the match, it directly indicates that there is something to joy. Okay, so no need to remember this thing. Now let's see some examples. He said to me, oh, I missed the train. This would be converted like, he regretted me saying that he missed the train. This is according to the mood of the options. You will see such kind of options, and you will have to put your option accordingly. There's no hard binding rule that said would be converted into regretted too. There's no hard binding rule, remember. Now next sentence is, she said, hooray, we won the match. This would convert it into, she exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. Hooray is changed into exclaimed with joy. One, which is in V2 form, so we are changing it into had won, which is in V3 form. Now optative sentences, whenever there are some wishes and some prayers are there, then these sentences are known as your optative sentences. You can look at the examples. He said, may God bless you. He prayed that God might bless you. Now rules, said is changed into wished, and prayed conjunction that is used, and tenses and pronouns are changed accordingly. Now there are some very special, some different rules that you will have to keep in mind when you are dealing such questions. Whenever if time clause is used with past tense, the past indefinite tense, then tense does not change. What actually happens when two simultaneous actions are taking place at the same time, then there's no need to change the tense. And why we are not changing the tense is one more important thing, is these things are in near past. Okay, suppose someone tells you something and after 5 minutes you tell the same thing to the other person. That's why we are not changing the tense, because these things are in near past. So you can look at the example. He said to me, while I was eating you were sleeping. That would change into, he told me that while he was eating I was sleeping. Look at the next sentence. He said, when I saw him he was dancing. In this sentence also we are not going to change the tense. Only change will take place will be your pronoun would take place, and removal of comma and inverted comma. So he said that when he saw him he was dancing. You can see there's no change in tense taking place, only change in pronoun. Next rule is, when two simultaneous actions happen in the past indefinite, then also we do not change the tense, even if the reporting verb is in past tense. So she said I ate samosa, he ate biryani. Now this would change into, she said that she ate samosa and he ate biryani. You can see both the direct speech and indirect speech, there is no change in tense taking place. Now the next rule is, some models are changed according to the mood of the sentence. Okay, as you can see the example, God said to me you can use lift. Suppose I have gone to some mall or something and the guard is suggesting me to, sir, you can use lift. then it is changed into God suggested me to use lift. Don't uh, search for could, because there is a can, because there is can in your direct speech. Do not look for could. The rules are not binding. You will have to make your option according to the options given. Here can is used as your suggested in the sentence, so you will have to look at the options before making the decision. So that's all from this video. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe our channel, and if you like the video, do like our channel. Thank you.